So in a situation where you have a triangle like this and you are told to find the value of a side C, and you are also told to find the side, find the angle theta and alpha. So in such a question, this question is very simple. So the first thing you need to know is, you remember Pythagoras theorem, and Pythagoras theorem, we have that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the opposite plus the square of the adjacent. So the opposite, if this is our right angle, we have that this is our hypotenuse. So the square of the hypotenuse, that's 18 squared, is equal to 12.6 squared plus c squared. So we are going to take this to the other side. We have 18 squared minus 12.6 squared equal to c squared. And from here, we know that 18 squared will give us 324. We have that 324 minus 12.6 squared, and everything. If we finalize everything, we'll be able to get c to be equal to the square root of 165.24, and therefore we'll get c to be 12.8 centimeters. So now I'm going to calculate, so we'll work with what I have. So get c to be 12.8 centimeters. That's it. So just take note that if you can get c squared equal to what you have, c squared equal to 165.24, then you get c to be the square root of 165.24. And what did it give us? 12.8 centimeter. Then for this particular question which we have here, we are told to find theta and alpha. Well, it's very simple. The first thing you need to observe is, this is theta, right? This is opposite, and this is hypotenuse. So if we are working with opposite and hypotenuse, we know that it's going to give us sine. So we can use sine theta equal to opposite over hypotenuse. What's opposite? 12.6 over 18. So if we get sine 30, we are going to divide 12.6 by 18, and that will give us approximately 0.7. So theta will be equal to what we call sine inverse of 0.7. So let's assume that we are going to our tables. Could have used a calculator, but what you are going to do now, you will go to your table and search for 0.7, where 0.7 is very clear, very predominant. So 0.7 will be around 44.4. Okay, so it will be around 44.4. So let's assume, say theta equal to 44.4 degrees. But if you want to use your calculator, you can just go to shift. You click on shift, and you click on sine. So if you click on shift and sine, you're able to get your sine inverse. This is known as sine inverse. For example, if you are told tan 30 is equal to this, all you just need to do is to click on shift and click on tan, and you got tan inverse. If you are looking for cos inverse, you just go to shift and click on cos, and you get cos inverse. And if you are going to search for tan inverse, you can click on tan, shift and tan, and you get tan inverse. So also in this particular part, you are looking for alpha, is opposite hypotenuse. So that means you have that sine alpha equal to opposite over hypotenuse, which is sine alpha equal to, what's c? We have c to be 12.8 over, what's hypotenuse? 18. So divide it. When you divide it, you'll be able to know, get something from there and from there. And also another way you could work on it is, you see these two angles here, they are equal to 90 degrees, because the sum of all the angles in the triangle is 90 degrees and 180 degrees. The sum of all the angles in the triangle is 180 degrees. So this is already 90. So these two, the sum of them give you 90 degrees. So you just come here to get alpha. Alpha is equal to 90 minus 44. This will give 46 degrees. So you can get alpha to give you 46 degrees. Alpha 46 degrees. You can get theta to give you 44 degrees. So take note of these important points. Then also I take a snapshot here, and another part which I'm also going to explain, which is how to analyze your tables, because how to analyze your diagram, your triangles very well to get the particular answer you desire. Because honestly speaking, some persons are not so sure of how, okay, what's the opposite, what's the hypotenuse, what's the adjacent, what's the, how would they know that? So that's where the whole body comes in. The whole body comes into play, and we have to really know how it works. So for example, we have a question in this regard. We have that tan alpha equal to 3/4. And we are told to find sine alpha, cos alpha, cot alpha, sine alpha, sine alpha plus cos alpha over okay, let's call it minus over sine alpha plus cos alpha. And we have another question which is sine alpha plus cos alpha over cos alpha into 1 minus cos alpha. So if we have such a question, how do we analyze it? So the first thing you are going to do, you're going to draw a triangle in this regard. And just call this particular angle alpha. Now when you call this particular angle alpha, remember that we call it SOHCAHTOA. Now when we call it SOHCAHTOA, what's tan there? Opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent is tan. So if opposite over adjacent is tan, therefore it means that opposite is what? 3 and adjacent is what? 4. Opposite is 3, then adjacent is what? 4. So if we already know our opposite and the adjacent, what do? We just need to find the what? Hypotenuse. And using Pythagoras theorem, we have that h squared hypotenuse squared is equal to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. So now what's the opposite? Opposite is 3 squared plus adjacent, which is 4 squared. We have that h squared equal to this. Now 3 squared equal to 9, 4 squared equal to 16. And this will give us 25. So we have h squared equal to 25. If h squared equal to 25, h is equal to square root of 25, which is 5. So if we have been able to find hypotenuse to give you 5, you've gotten your answer already. So the first step, just go to question 1. Question 1, you have sine alpha. Sine, remember, is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite, the opposite, which represents 3, hypotenuse, which represents, we already got hypotenuse to be 5. As you can see, so we've gotten the hypotenuse to be 5. We have cos alpha, where we have adjacent over hypotenuse, and we know that adjacent is 4 and the hypotenuse is 5. The next part, cot alpha. Remember that cot is 1 over tan alpha, which I explained before. So what's tan alpha? We've not gotten tan alpha, so we have to get tan alpha first. Tan alpha is opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 3, adjacent is 4. 3 over 4. So if you are saying 1 over 3 over 4, this will give us 1 divided by 3 over 4, 1 times 4 over 3. 1 times 4, 4 over 3. It's 1 over 1 over what? 3. Then we have D, which is sine alpha minus cos alpha over sine alpha plus cos alpha. So to do this, the only issue that a lot of you may have is you are not really good at adding fractions. So sine alpha, we already have sine alpha to be 3 over 5. Cos alpha is 4 over 5. Now, after doing this, what's sine alpha? Sine alpha is 3 over 5. Cos alpha is 4 over 5. So the next step, we are going to find the LCM. The LCM is 5. 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 3, 3. 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 4, 4. Over 5. 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 3, 3 plus 4. So So this is giving us minus 1 over 5 over 7 over 5. And this will give us minus 1 over 5 times 5 over 7. So our answer will be 1. So it will be minus 1 over 7. So our answer will be minus 1 over 7. So that's the first part. Then the last question which we have there, I think you can take it as homework, but let me just solve it and see how it goes. So we have sin alpha plus cos alpha. Sin alpha, which is 3 over 5, plus cos alpha, which is 4 over 5. Cos alpha, which is 4 over 5. 1 minus 4 over 5. So draw our LCM. The LCM is 5. 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Now 4 over 5. Now find the LCM here. The LCM of 1 and 5 is 5. 1 into 5 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 into 5 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. So now we have something here. 3 plus 4 is 5. Is 7 over 5. 4 over 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5. So what we have here is 7 over 5 over 4 over 25. This will give us 7 over 5 and 25 over 4. 5 beyond 1, 5 beyond 5. So our answer is 35 over 4. Our final answer 35 over 4. So for this, our answer was 35 over 4. For this, our answer was minus 1 over 7. For this, we got 3 over 5. For this, we got 4 over 5. For this, we got 4 over what? So take note, all these points are very important. If you can actually analyze all this, you see a lot of great things you achieve along the way. So take note of these value points and you achieve a lot of success along the way. Thank you so much for being with me.